Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another one of my completing categories videos. Now, this is going to be one on sort of the Spuckler brood, but to be fair, it does really include the whole whole of Cletus's family. I'm titling it as the Spuckler brood, but because it's the only sort of category where they kind of fit. Because I mean, Cletus is an oddball, and so is Brandine. But I think it would be better if they just put all the all of Cletus's family in one massive category. And this is what annoys me with some categories. You know how you have like some which are really like you can scroll through for ages, and you have just a bunch of characters piled on top of each other, and then you have like stuff like more kids and even more kids and stuff like that. And it just really annoys me. I don't see why they can't just put all the characters in one category. It's not like it's overflooded that much. I mean, but I mean, this is one which I honestly could see that it would get overfilled if they were to add every one. So there might be an exception if they were to do this. Now, I've talked about it in the past with the Spuckler brood. I like these characters. They're really cool non-playable characters, and I think they can add all the rest of the Spuckler kids as non-playable characters. Of course, they are sort of a big part. Well, they're not a massive part of the Simpsons, but I think they are relevant. And of course, you have Cletus, who is their father, and Brandine, who is their mother slash aunt slash uncle, because of course they are brother and sister. They're sort of this whole sort of redneck stereotype, obviously. Like a lot of the characters are, let's be honest. like Ned, for example, he's quite a stereotypical Christian. And then we have Diabetes as well, who's Cletus's cousin. She's like an extra one that they added in the recent Valentine's Day update, for some weird reason. I don't know why they added her, but yeah. So that's all they've got so far in terms of the Spuckler family. So let's go see what other characters they can. And I've said this before, and I say it again. I think they can do this with like with Brandine, where she gets pregnant again and she has more babies. But there are a few Spuckler characters which I think are a bit more significant. So let's go through. So these are sort of like this is the Spuckler children part 1. So first of all, we have Brittany Spuckler. These are kind of backgroundy characters. So I mean, they don't need to add these ones that much. We have Cassidy Spuckler, we have Cody Spuckler, we have Demont Spuckler, Dylan Spuckler, Heather Spuckler, Jordan Spuckler. We have Max Spuckler, who looks a lot older. He looks more like he's like 19, which is a bit weird because Cletus and Brandine aren't that old, really. We have Cubert Spuckler. Now, he's a bit of a peculiar one because the wiki says that he has appeared in the TV show, but the only picture I can find of him is from the comic, so because he's had a few comic appearances as well. But apparently he's been in the TV show, but I'm not so sure about that. But if he has, then they could add him. We have Rumor Spuckler, who's like this really weird looking baby. He looks almost, I don't know, he just looks like he's too pale. And then we have Scout Spuckler. So these are really all just sort of background characters, but they all got named. So I mean, I don't know, they can possibly good ones. These are sort of throwaway ones which they could add with Brandine and the whole pregnancy thing. And this is the thing, I really wish I know a lot of people disagree with me, but well, some people disagree with me, but I think they should update it every Valentine's Day. I think that would be really, really cool. It would be like a cool annual thing, like she gets like 3 more or 4 more children that she can have. I don't know why, I just think that would be a really, really cool update, and I really wish they start doing it, because then we can get these Spuckler. Then we know for a fact that we're going to get Spuckler kids every year, which I think would be pretty cool. And then we have the Spuckler children part 2. We have Taylor Spuckler, Tiffany Spuckler, Wesley Spuckler, Gummy Sue Spuckler, which I think she's pretty funny. We have Rubella Scraby Spuckler, which is a little baby. She can just waltz around. We have the Spuckler baby again. This is just another one that could just waltz around, you know, just crawl around if it. But I guess these ones would. And then we have the unnamed Spuckler babies who are in the sack. I mean, these would be harder to add, obviously, because that's the only one the only time we see them in this sort of sack. So I mean, they could add them, but they wouldn't have to. I guess this would be one they could skip. We have Jitney Spuckler, Crystal Meth Spuckler, and Incest Spuckler, and International Harvester Spuckler. These are the 4 which appeared alongside Birthday, Dubray, and Whitney. So I think that these 4 would be definite ones they need to add, with Brandine having their children. And then we have the baby called Something New. This is the baby's name. He's quite significant-ish in the episode. Well, he was clearly stated and mentioned. So I mean, they could add him as like a baby just walking around. Then we have the part 3. Now, of course, this is Mary Spuckler. Now, this is probably the most significant Spuckler, and this is the definite one. If I had to choose any of the Spuckler family, which I definitively want to be added in, it would have to be Mary Spuckler. Because, of course, she is quite a prominent character. She's appeared in 2 episodes where she sort of has a main big kind of role, and then she's appeared in cameos in other episodes. But, yeah, of course, she have the episode where Bart and, you know, her sort of fall in love a little bit. And they have the whole thing with there's the 4-H farm, and then there's also the county fair. So there's 2 buildings they can add her. And then she moves to I think it's Capital City she moves to. But she moves away. It might be New York. But she moves away somewhere new to get away from her family, and of course Bart finds her, and then eventually she has to go back home with her dad. And she looks a lot older there, which is really weird because the Simpsons never seem to age, but other people do, like Jay and Mary. It's just really weird. But yeah, so they could add Mary, and I think it would be really, really cool to add Mary. I mean, they could possibly had sort of a childish looking form, or they could have add her more mature looking form. I mean, it's their choice really, but yeah. So she's a definite one I would definitely want them to add. And then we have the Stabbed in Jail Spuckler, the normal head Joe Spuckler. I definitely think they should add him. I just think he's funny as hell. We have Embry Joe Spuckler. Yeah, a bit weird one. Melvis Spuckler, Hungry Spuckler Baby. I don't know. They don't have to add that one. It's a bit of a weird one, but they could ignore that. So sorry. I've not actually got malware. It's just there's a file. I've got this GTA file, and it thinks it's malware, and it's really annoying me. But it's not causing me any problems, so I don't think it's malware. Anyway, moving on. We have Tropid and Wheel Spuckler. So these are actually this is kind of a funny one because this is like 2 in 1. These guys are sort of connected by the belly and the side, and well, the groin, I guess, the waist. So they're kind of funny. Of course, they take place in the car wheel. Oh no, sorry about this, guys. They take place in the three-legged race. So that's pretty funny. So they could add those guys. We have Gitmo Spuckler. Looks pretty cool. And then we have a bunch of these guys who are sort of background characters. So we have Minimum Wade. We have what's this? Pediculus, whatever the heck that is. We have Fontanella, we have Oxycontin, and we have Adam Up Spuckler. So those 4 there, 5 there, can't count. And then we just have a few more sort of notable Spuckler family members. We have, I think it's Merle. Did you say Merle? That's right, Merle. I don't know, is it Merle or Merle? But we have Merle, or whatever, because he's basically he's Cletus's cousin. Another one of his cousins. Another one of his cousins who actually puts his dog in cement. So that'll be a funny little decoration they could add, the cemented dog. But yeah, he cements his dog, which is really weird. He was basically a part of a gag. He wasn't really that big of a character. Then we have Pete Spuckler. He's actually alive. No, is he dead or alive? I forget. Well, I think he's like a potential. He could be dead. They don't know. This is Cletus's father and Brandine's father. Of course, he's a bit of a sleepy guy. He's also a bit of a drunk and stuff. And yeah, he just looks pretty funny. I think they could add him. And then we obviously have Ma, which is Cletus and Brandine's mother. Not really much is known about her, but she's just seen in the background quite a bit. But you know, they could add her. I think they could do like a Mother's Day. This is what I've said it before. They could do like some sort of Mother's Day thing. The only problem with like a Mother's Day is like there wouldn't be very many buildings. But I don't know. Maybe they could try out an event where they had like 3 characters and no buildings and a few decorations. I don't know. Maybe that could work. I'm not too sure. I always like to have a building, a character, and a decoration, but I think out of everything, the thing I like the most out of an event is characters. So maybe they could try that. But anyway, guys, that's it for my Spuckler Brood category idea. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I mean, sorry about that whole malware thing. That might appear a few times in these presentations. I can't, for some reason, it won't let me disable it. But I mean, I don't know. Don't worry about it. It is nothing. It's just I can't stop it from detecting it. It keeps detecting this file as malware, and it's really annoying me because technically it's not malware. It's just, well, I don't know if it's malware, but it might be. But I haven't experienced any problems. And to be fair, McAfee says it's alright, but Windows Defender hates it, so I don't know. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the Spuckler Brood. Do you think that they should add any more of the Spuckler Brood, or do you think they should just add Mary and be done with it? I mean, I think that they should. Maybe they could try and add all of them. Maybe not all of them, but they could try and add some of them. I just think it would be cool if every year Brandine got like 3 more kids, or 5 more kids, or 10 more kids. No, maybe not 10 more, but at least got 3 more kids every year. You know, she can give birth to, or even 1 every year. That'd be fine. And they'd just be the same as these guys. They just walk around pickpocket, and that's how they'd sort of be. So they'd sort of be semi non-playable characters. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, and yeah, I'll see you next video. Goodbye.